guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Mastering the Wedding Photography Biz.
I'm Hunter.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we are going to share 5 reasons why your wedding or portrait photography business needs a strong suite of email templates.
We know that email templates for photographers can make a big difference in your life and like your photography business, just like it has in ours.
But really quickly, very briefly at the start of this video, we do want to make sure that we're all sort of on the same page when we talk about email templates for photographers.
Generally speaking, email templates for your wedding photography or portrait business are just what they sound like. Pre-written responses to common emails that you send.
And these don't have to be anything fancy or something specific to a certain kind of software. Like, yes, we use Honeybook to keep track of all of our client communication and store our like 70 or 80 email templates. But email templates can be as simple as a list of emails saved on a Word doc on your computer or in the drafts folder in your, Gmail account.
Yeah, you guys can obviously write your own email templates. If you want to do this, we recommend paying attention to each and every single email that you do send. If you feel like you've sent a similar one before or are likely going to send a similar email again, then it might make sense to save a version of it as a template.
And then you just sort of slowly build up a list over time. But building that list up slowly, especially a really good and robust and well-written list, it can take a long time. We also know that photographers aren't always super confident in their ability as communicators to be both, well-written, but also get the point across and be professional, but also match the brand. And so all of that in the end can take a lot of time and energy, which is why a lot of photographers do choose to buy a suite of email templates, like the ones, by the way, that we are going to talk about at the very end of this video.
But let's get into our 5 reasons why a wedding photography business or a portrait photography business might want to invest into email templates. The first and most important reason is that email templates save you time.
So one of the more common complaints that we hear from students, our photography business students who are like, maybe in that 1 to 2 year mark of running their businesses is like, oh my gosh, I did not expect how much time I was going to spend on client communications.
And you guys, it is just a common misconception that you're going to spend 80% of your time taking photos and only like 20% of your time running a business, when in fact our experience has been the exact opposite.
Yeah.
We spend about 20% of any given year actually taking photos and the other 80% running our business.
But just because you are going to spend the majority of your time on the business side doesn't mean you have to waste time writing and rewriting the same emails over and over again. And like we send and receive thousands of emails for our business each and every year. But the vast majority of all of those emails are really just like a few dozen templates that we're just slightly modifying and sending out basically over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Over the last 5 years, we've gotten well over 1,000 leads for our wedding photography service, not to mention the uncountable amount of portrait leads that we've gotten in the past. If we'd taken 5 to 7 minutes to write up a response from scratch for every single one of those leads and emails, that would add up to 48 hours of just email time every year just responding to that email.
So instead, we just pull up a template, customize a few small details, and boom, in like under 30 seconds, we have a response out, which, as Sarah mentioned, saves us dozens and dozens of hours every single year. And that's just for leads that are coming in. That doesn't even count all the emails that we send back and forth with couples or other, portrait clients who have already decided to book with us.
But here is the thing about turning that 5 to 7 minutes of typing into a 30-second email template. It means that you can respond to new leads more quickly.
So before we started using email templates, let's say that we were out of the office, spending time with family, whatever, with friends. We might see a lead pop up on our phone. We would say something like, oh, wow, that looks like a great lead. When we get home, I should definitely check my calendar, make sure I'm available, check our pricing for that type of job and that season, and then, spend a few minutes. I'll write up an email response. That looks great. Got to remember to do that when I get home. Phone back in pocket, and then continue on with our day.
Yeah, and because that felt like way too much work to be doing on our tiny phone screens, especially if we were out on a date or like out with friends, we'd wait a few hours and hopefully respond to that lead once we got home. But email templates changed all of that.
Because how often did we say we were going to do it when we got home from dinner, and then next thing you know, it's the next morning, and now it's been 18 hours since they first emailed us, right? Like now that we have email templates, even if we are out to dinner or something like that, we will just check our calendar real quick. Oh, cool, we are available for that date. And then we can pull out our inquiry response email template, the one that we have designed and tweaked little by little over the years so we know that it's an effective and efficient email. And we can tweak it a tiny little bit to customize maybe 30 seconds and send that off literally within a minute of getting the lead. And so it isn't just that like, oh, it used to take 5 to 7 minutes and now it takes 30 seconds. It's what used to take hours and hours or maybe a full day when we were out of the office, now we can accomplish in under a minute.
Yeah, guys, and we probably don't have to tell you that the more quickly you respond to an interested lead, the more likely you are to book that job.
So here's a third benefit of email templates and this is one you probably haven't thought about. Email templates actually help you stick to your convictions.
Yeah, here's what we mean by that. If you decided, while you were writing your email templates or modifying ones that you bought online, that you were going to charge a certain amount for a certain kind of job, you won't be tempted to budge on your pricing in that moment just because someone emailed you.
So here's an example. Let's say, if you've been to our workshop on the wedding photography consultation call or the sales call, you know that we recommend when someone reaches out and asks for pricing, you just give them a starting price, but you don't actually reveal your full pricing until you have them on that sales call.
But if someone emails you and asks you to send over your packages, you're more likely to hold to your predetermined workflow, which you know is better for you, if you have a template already written that kind of explains that.
And so we have pre-written email templates for things like when a couple reaches out to us, but their budget isn't quite gonna match with the services we offer, or when an engaged couple reaches out about this one specific location in our town that's really popular, but we know from experience makes for a really rough photo shoot experience for us and for them. We have templates for all sorts of things that we know, hey, these are our convictions.
Yeah. And these are things that we decided in advance that we will or won't do. And email templates help us to stay true to those boundaries in the moment.
So for all of these reasons we discussed, good email templates help your photography business just make more money.
When you combine quicker response times with sticking to your pricing, it begins to add up to more business, for more profit for your business. Not to mention, with professionally written email templates, every single interaction with your clients and your leads is more likely to wow them, which can increase 5-star reviews and word of mouth referrals.
But in addition to all this, think back to the very first reason we gamed for email templates, which was that they save you time. What would you do with an extra hour, let's say every single week? Especially for photographers who are trying to run their business while also working a full-time job or being a full-time parent or a caretaker. Just 1 hour a week can actually have a really big impact on your business or your life.
Yeah, maybe you'll use that extra time to update your website more frequently, meaning your best imagery is always on display for potential clients. Maybe you'll use that time to invest in yourself and take one of our workshops to help grow your business more quickly and, because you've improved your workflow, pricing, or sales.
Or maybe you don't even want to make more money with that extra hour each week. Maybe that extra time is just going to be spent with your loved ones or on your hobbies or traveling, doing the things that enrich your life in ways that aren't just financially.
Yeah, that's why even if you spend $500 on high quality email templates, they'd be a good investment.
Yeah,
Once you pull that lever and buy a full suite of email templates or invest a few dozen hours to write your own, it will pay dividends in the form of more time and business income for the rest of your career as a photographer.
And that leads into the fifth reason why you should consider upgrading your photography business and investing in email templates, which is shameless self-promotion. We are selling ours right now.
We just announced our newest photography business workshop a couple of weeks ago, all about building your workflow for your wedding or portrait business that's both pleasant for your clients, but also efficient and effective for you. And as part of that workshop, we've also decided to sell our email templates for the first time.
Now, we have developed this suite of 70 plus email templates little by little over the last 6 years. And basically any email that we found ourselves sending more than once, we turned it into a template. We tweaked it, we modified it, and have created all sorts of improvements and variations over the years. And guys, this is not this is the thing we send, but we use the good stuff. These are the exact templates that we use day in and day out to bring in over $200,000 a year in our photography business.
Yeah, these templates are going to cover everything. How we respond to wedding and portrait leads and encourage couples to take the next step, how we onboard new clients who have decided to book with us, how we prepare our portrait clients for their sessions, and just so much more.
And whether you use a software like Honeybook to manage your business, or you're just communicating with your clients over a simple email, these templates are ready to use from the moment you download them.
Yeah, we've even added a small note to each and every template. That way you know when to use each one, how you should customize them for your own business if you're, especially if you're not running a husband and wife team, and how to get the most out of that just entire suite of emails.
So use the link in the description or go to hunterandsarah.com/workshops to learn more about these email templates. Or if you're also interested in growing your workflow, like we mentioned just a moment ago, you can pick them up actually at a really big discount as part of our full workflow workshop bundle alongside our pre-wedding questionnaire and our client workflow tracker.
And no matter what, we will see you guys here next week with more great content.
So please like, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys next time.